Hi everyone, I'm Breeze Salene. Today I want to talk about not taking blind actions. Before making any decision, you should carefully consider the purpose of that decision. What is the reason for doing this? What does pursuing this mean to you? What do you want to gain from it? The most important thing is to think clearly before you start taking action, not after, wondering what to do next. You need to first think about how you want to proceed, what you want to do later, and then consider what should I do now. I once learned a lesson which was the result of working hard without thinking it through first. Here's how it went. I didn't seriously think it through when I was studying, which school I wanted to attend and what I wanted to attend the school. For many people, asking themselves why might be a very difficult task because they never thought about why before doing anything. Now, using independent thinking to truly reflect on what they want is a huge pain and challenge for them. I, like most people, so the better the school I could get into, the better. But distance was also an issue, which highlighted the problem. Why is a better school better? Why do I want to get into a so-called top school? What is the reason? Based on my experience, I believe that the more complex a problem seems, or the more effort it takes to think it through, or when it requires digging deep into one's thoughts to answer those piercing and sharp questions, people tend to avoid it. They aren't truly willing to sit down and think. They'd rather work hard instead of thinking hard and researching for the truth. That's why, when facing significant decisions, you'd rather work hard and eventually realize everything is wrong, then choose a new direction. Only then do you truly think about what you want and what the meaning of your effort is. Okay, back to my experience. I never thought about why I wanted to attend a prestigious school, nor did I ask myself what it meant to be. I didn't even consider how this related to what I wanted to achieve in my life and my dreams. Then I forced myself to study and feel miserable because I couldn't understand the meaning of studying like that. To me, studying and learning are two different things. But perhaps due to different perspectives, learning for you might mean learning school subjects. However, studying was very painful for me at the time because it was grade-oriented. It didn't let you truly learn the interesting questions in the subject or delve deep into knowledge for better understanding. In the education I received, it just requires you to memorize things without often telling you why. To me, it was a life that's uncreative and uninspiring thing. Learning to me meant I could independently explore and learn things I'm interested in, such as reading books and finding the answers I wanted to know. It might be a difficulty I encountered in life, and I wanted to learn the essence or information about it from books. It most likely wasn't academic problems, but I did self-study from issues arising from schoolwork through books. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is, I did my best. Waking up at 4 a.m., enduring endless procrastination and suffering. Someone in the exam room wanted to cheat off my paper, which affected my mood. I ended up with grades below expectations. The grades weren't top-notch, but still good. In any case, I couldn't get into so-called better schools that everyone aimed for. When I saw the grades and realized I couldn't get in, it was time to think about which school to attend. This truly opened up the self-questioning phase. Initially, I was obsessed with applying to the best possible school. Commuting to and from school took about 2 hours, and if you add waiting for the bus, it was nearly 3 hours. One of the schools even required a train ride. After some guidance from my family, I truly began to think about why I needed to go to a so-called top school. What does being a good student mean to me? Can this really help me achieve my dreams and financial freedom? in the end, I realized it wasn't like that at all. Only then did I begin to dispel the myth that if you don't do well in school, you won't find a good job and can live a happy life. And this, in my environment, this myth is complete a joke. Okay, looking back now, I find this notion laughable. I was actually studying painfully because of this reason. After thinking and observing some information, I finally realized that there are billions of people in the world who have proven that high academic achievement doesn't mean you can make a lot of money or live a better life. There are countless ways to make money in the world. You can do media, create a personal brand. I don't need to give examples anyway. There are definitely jobs that won't let you stop in this world. So, for me, I don't have to worry about starving if I don't do well in school. I know that whether I have to get a job or not, even if I do end up working, I can definitely support myself. The evidence supporting this viewpoint is the people around you. They probably don't all have high academic qualifications, right? They probably didn't all graduate from top universities, right? And they all living well now. So, in my humble opinion, you don't need to see academics as the things that determines your future. The key to your future is how you make your way through it. It's not that your future is guaranteed just because you got into a top school. Some people have high academic qualifications but still can't find a job. In short, you need to realize that academic qualifications don't guarantee any future. The future is something you carve out yourself. Getting into a good university won't make a difference, and not getting into one won't make a difference either. The key is how you use your energy and time, and what you want to create. Since freeing myself from the student mindset that troubled me for a long time, I finally realized that I had no reason to pursue those prestigious schools that meant nothing to me, but were highly sought after by everyone else. I realized that the most beneficial use of those long commute hours for my dreams and goals was to read more books, write scripts, shoot videos, and focus on my career. This is what's important to me because it's what I want to do and direction I've decided to develop. In the end, I attended a nearby school, and it didn't require high grades I'd worked so hard to achieve. So, in the end, why am I sharing my experience? It made me realize that before doing anything, you need to plan your direction first. Confirm where you want to go afterward, and then invest your time, energy, and effort into it. Not the other way around, where you work hard first and then realize you were wrong, only to find out you wasted a lot of time on meaningless efforts. Like in my example, if I had already thought through which school I would truly benefit my development, the one I ultimately choose, wouldn't I have avoided wasting so much time striving for high grades? Couldn't I have spent more time researching the field I truly wanted to invest in for my future? So, from my personal experience, my humble advice is, whether you're deciding on a university goal, a high school academic goal, or how good your grades should be, you need to think clearly first. After studying hard, where do you want to go? Which university? Which high school? Why? Is this related to your goals? Is this the right direction for your efforts? As the title says, you need to decide on your direction first, then work hard. This is the most time and energy efficient method. Otherwise, you'll end up with nothing, having wasted a lot of time on unnecessary efforts. Finally, think carefully before making decisions. Consider your dreams and goals, where you want to go next, and whether the efforts you're about to make align with the path to your dreams and goals. I hope we can all grow and progress together. Let's encourage each other. Bye bye. See you next time. I'm Breeze Salene.